So I saw 3 shows in one day, and then
As expected, London
This
capital
should be
will move to
opening
Tier
night.
3.
But Tier 3
It's going to
has
devastate
blown
the
this
sector.
house
We were
down.
told there wouldn't be a second lockdown, now the second's going to be a third lockdown.
yeah, I've kind of held off making this video because as I started to edit together my amazing vlog, seeing 3 shows in one day, everything kind of fell apart and theatres all closed again, and I kind of felt I didn't feel the motivation to make this video. It was a bit too sad, it was a bit too raw. You know, I was happy that I managed to see some shows just before theatres closed, and I managed to, you know, help out in some way and, you know, get a little bit of my money into the industry, but it still sucks. It really sucks. But we've been through this. We've found ways to keep going at theatre despite the world wanting it to stop. And you know what? I'm Dan Talks Theatre. I talk about theatre no matter what. So, for the next few days, I'm going to be reviewing the 3 shows that I saw, which were The Comeback, Mischief Movie Night, and Six the Musical at the Lyric Theatre. I'm going to do these in 3 short videos, one day after another. Hopefully, if everything goes right, fingers crossed. I'm going to go in the order that I saw them in, and I'm going to throw in some vlog footage that I took on the day. So, if that sounds interesting to you, please make sure you subscribe and catch these videos as they come out, and catch any other videos that I make. I make theatre content every single week, and I might have some festive treats coming for you, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, depending on when they come out. I don't know, I'm very... schedule's out the window at the moment. But let's talk about the first show I saw, which was The Comeback. Let's just... That works. So The Comeback was the show that I kind of went into it not quite knowing what it was. I wanted one extra show for this 3-show day, and I wanted something short, something comedic, and something that I had never seen before, because when I see a play, I like to not know what I'm going for. A musical, I love to study it beforehand. I like knowing my musicals before I go in, because I feel like it gives me a better appreciation of the music and other things in it. But with a play, I like to go in blind, because I didn't actually know who these guys were. But apparently, they made it big during the kind of Zoom era of theatre. And I've seen a few of their sketches now after the fact, and they are pretty funny. They have a very good way of pulling the mat from under you at the very end, and that is definitely prominent in the show. So what's the plot of the show? The show surrounds 2 double acts. The first being newcomers, who are Ben and Alex, named after the people who wrote it. And the other 2 are Jimmy and Sid, kind of old to the game and lost in obscurity now, who really want to make a comeback. When they find out there's abuse in the audience, they use this as their launching pad to get back into the industry, or to get into the industry in the case of Alex and Ben. Hijinks ensue, there's a lot of faster comedy, and it's even funnier when you realise that these 2 played both the double acts. It's really cleverly staged, I will give it that, it's so cleverly staged. They used body doubles and really quick changes to keep this illusion of this double act going, and it's really well timed comedically, and it's also really well timed from the actors and all of these changes, and you kind of wonder how on earth they do this so quickly. That backstage must be so hectic. These 2 are the soul of the show. They are on stage the entire time, they put it off. Without these 2, I don't think the show would work that well. They have this kind of dynamic where you can tell that they are their own double act. You know, these 2 people get on, they play off each other really well. And I think it's even better that they know the material, because they wrote it, of course. And when you know your material and you know it well, you put it off in a slightly different way, and you know where you're going with it. Like, I don't know where I'm going with this sentence. Where am I going with this sentence? Something I want to appreciate, actually, is the set design, because I am a massive fan of set design, of course. I have mentioned it many times on my channel, and it's very simple, but the way that they kind of build this stage picture is really clever. I'm going to try and find a photo because it's very hard to talk about what you're talking about when there's no footage, but they kind of have this red curtain at the back of the stage, and then there's two different areas. There's backstage and on stage, and the kind of sides of the stage are like filled out with what you would see backstage of a theatre, and then these go dark when they're actually on the stage. This works so they can quickly go between the two sets, and then they'll do jokes where they run backstage. You can see what's happening backstage and on stage. It's very, very cleverly done. I'll be honest, I wasn't expecting to like this one as much as I did. Sitting right at the back of the No Colours Theatre, I was a bit like, not sure, but they sold me from the very first second. It's a very tight script, it works in a big theatre. They thought through every single punchline that they could do. It's extremely well paced. There was never like a long period of time that went without a joke or at least something that was interesting happening on stage. The use of props was effective and interesting, and staging and direction didn't go unnoticed, and it was very thought through and very, very well staged. I've got to send some appreciation to the staging and the direction and the timing of all of it, because how it's timed and how it's like done, if a single thing goes wrong, it feels like the show could fall apart. If you want 80 minutes of sheer comedy that just works on stage, this is a great show to go to when it reopens. Honestly, if we weren't living in these weird times, I feel like this show could do really, really well. It's definitely a risk. It was a massive risk to do it. I mean, the shows that are doing well at the moment are big names like Six, Jamie, things that are going to be reliable, things like musicals that people know and they're going to go see because they're something that they know they're going to like. People are very cautious of money at the moment, and there's only a handful of people who can take the risks on the little things, but I think this show is a great thing to take a risk on. It's so cleverly done that I think it just deserves appreciation. With interesting celebrity guests and audience participation and stuff like that, it is a really, really fun audience experience. I give The Comeback 4 out of 5 stars. But I hope that you come back tomorrow. When I will be reviewing Mischief Movie Night, an improv show done by the people behind The Play That Goes Wrong, comedy about bank robbery and magic goes wrong. What hectic show was I in for? Find out tomorrow. But if you did enjoy this video, please consider hitting like and subscribe. It really helps me out and helps what I'm doing. You can check out some of my other videos on screen right now, but that's it for me today. I'll hopefully see you next time. Bye!